we just start there? Oh, my goodness. All right, so, let's talk about the division. The AFC's Lamar Jackson taking on the Browns. We are under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ravens are down 6-3. Lamar, quick pass to Keaton Mitchell. Ball puffs up in the air, intercepted by Devin Bush. And he says, you know what, I'll take that and raise you 6. Big play there by Bush on the mistake by the Ravens. So now the Browns have a 13-3 lead. Derrick Henry at the other end, into the end zone. Ravens now cut it to a 16-10 ball game. Right before the first half ends, Lamar scrambling, gets sacked by Myles Garrett. Another huge game for him. He had 3 sacks in the half. So again, it was a 16-10 game at the break. So coming out of the half, Dylan Gabriel's out with a concussion. So Shedeur Sanders making his unexpected NFL debut, and he gets sacked right here by Kyle Hamilton. Welcome to the league, Rook. First drive ends in a sack. Browns still up 16-10. And then Shedeur looking for Jerry Jeudy, but that is picked off by Nate Wiggins. Ravens defense, another big play. Fourth quarter we go, 4 minutes to go in the game. Now we're tied at 16. Ravens facing a 3rd and 1. You give it to Henry, and he is up the middle, but he is stopped. So now it's 4th and 1. And they go for a tush-push look, but Mark Andrews, nah. He played the Browns defense like a game of chess.
On it.
35 yards on the scramble for the touchdown. So now it's a 23-16 lead. Under 2 minutes to go. Shedeur looking downfield. Can't bring it in. Big break up there. By the way, after the game, Kevin Stefanski confirmed that this was the first time that Shedeur Sanders took any snaps with the first team offense since he was drafted.
Yes.
But he was out there.
Bonkers.
And it was a rough day. 4 for 16, 47 yards. Baltimore won it. Tough debut for Shedeur.
Playing quarterback is extremely hard, so it's like I like knowing every detail about my receivers. I like knowing the small things, what they're good at, what they're not good at. It's like so many details that helps me play confident with those guys. And I know, we at the bottom right now. This performance, everything, it will never be like this. But I'm dedicated to being able to get those opportunities with those guys to have a relationship. I got a relationship with all the hungry dogs, though. We like clockwork out there, but you just got to see. You just got to see everything a little bit more.
Although Stefanski also said once Dylan Gabriel clears the protocol, he will obviously resume the QB1 role. Now, despite the Ravens trailing the Steelers by a game in the division, ESPN Analytics still favors Baltimore to win the AFC North. Maybe it's because the two have yet to face off this season, with their first meeting not scheduled till December 7th in Baltimore.
The entry of Shedeur Sanders, seeing his first football. We saw it all in this one. An interception, another one that was dropped, a fumble not recovered by the defense, took a big-time hit in the back from Roquan Smith. Had a couple chances late in this game on game-winning drives. Pat, I'm coming to you first here. How do you look at Shedeur after his first taste of NFL action?
It's tough, just because the game plan wasn't built for him. The game plan was built for Dylan Gabriel, right? So therefore, this game plan wasn't tailored for his skill set. So I would say he got in there, handled it well. Yeah, he made some mistakes, but this is some film that he's going to be able to go back, watch. Stefanski going to have to do a better job of protecting him, play calling. I would have loved to see some more screens implemented in that ball game, because the Baltimore Ravens just had their ears pent back the entire game, just sending 5, sending 6. So therefore, now you have to force those guys in the back end to make tackles, and Stefanski didn't do a good job of game planning. Adjusting.
And this is what's expected in the life for a rookie quarterback who has yet to play. You get your first action in the month of November, which is a very, very important month when you look at playoff implications. And you're playing against a divisional foe who has no room for error in the Baltimore Ravens. It felt like when Shedeur came into this game, instantly it clicked. We're bringing pressure. Let's see, can he handle the heat? And when you look at the entire ordeal with their offense, there are a lot of concerns with the Cleveland Browns, especially on the offensive line, and it surfaced for Shedeur Sanders. And to Pat's point, as a play caller, that's where you have to make the adjustments. Our offensive line, they're a bit uneasy right now. Let's get him some rhythm throws. The first pass was something that I would love to see implemented with Shedeur the entire opportunity in the second half. The first pass was a rollout, quick rhythm throw. Get him in that rhythm, get him in space where he's not a sitting duck for the Ravens to kind of peel their ears back on and hunt, because they hunt. Now for the Baltimore Ravens, this was a game you could not afford to lose.
Yeah.
It was close, and this is what happens when you play Cleveland in that 4 p.m. window. They're a bad ball club.
Daylight
It's gloomy.
savings time.
It's 4 o'clock, but it feels like it's 10 p.m. because it's dark outside, and you can kind of sleep at the wheel a little bit in those situations, and Baltimore did. But they made the necessary plays to be out to get the much-needed win.
They got to be better. We'll get to that side in a moment, JJ, but I want your thoughts here because I know you're familiar with Pandora's Box.
I am.
It feels open right
I
now.
am.
Shedeur Sanders in the football game. We heard the reaction, visceral from the crowd. Hard to take him out moving forward.
Well,
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. I have been saying for some time this season, we will see Shedeur Sanders go out there for the Cleveland Browns. It was either going to be because of poor play from Dillon Gabriel. At this point, we had seen 6 games of him. You hope it's going to be better. But more likely than not, whether it was play or injury, we were going to see Shedeur Sanders. So the concussion knocks out Dillon Gabriel for this game. It's hard to get out of protocol in just 1 week. So it is very possible. I would say the odds are more likely than not that Shedeur Sanders will be the starting quarterback this upcoming week for the Cleveland Browns. But before we get to that, we also have to put into context and perspective Cam Robinson, the left tackle, who's the backup left tackle at this point this season, he went out in the game. And so Shedeur Sanders was down his blindside protector. Maybe that impacted certain things that Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees, now the play caller at OC, could do for Shedeur Sanders. He also, he was a guy who looked like a rookie out there who until 3 weeks ago wasn't even working with the second team. Right? He was the third string quarterback. They go trade Joe Flacco. He becomes a second string quarterback. And now he's thrust into throwing with the ones really for the first time. Right? And so now he's very likely going to get a full week of practice for the Cleveland Browns. Hopefully they can get a little healthier. Hopefully the game plan is going to be more tailored to Shedeur. And they go on the road, but they face the Las Vegas Raiders. That's not the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
And so we will get a much better idea if it is Shedeur, if Dillon Gabriel remains in concussion protocol, of what kind of quarterback Shedeur is in the NFL this upcoming week.
That's what happens when you draft 2 quarterbacks in the same draft. There will always be questions, and now with having seen both, there will continue to be as we look at the side-by-side of their Week 11 performances. Gabriel again exited with a concussion. Shedeur gets his first taste of NFL action. There were moments, there were flashes, but maybe we will see more. Shedeur, 4 of 16 for 47.